Hello, I'm John, I'm the Warhammer Modeller, and in this video I'm going to start talking about a project I've just started using the Armoured Container Sprue from Games Workshop. It's a great kit, this one, nice bit of scenery, but also gives the potential for a lot of other things. So what I've actually started with this one for my games of Necromunda is a barge for the sump, sludge rivers, that kind of thing. So something as an objective or just a nice bit of scenery. So I've already started the barge itself. So we've got the floor and one side created and the back. Now the back is just one of these doors that I've sliced the top off to stick on the back, and the side is actually the bottom of one of the sides. So I've actually used as a guide the detail along the edge, and I've cut along there to create that side. I've cut the other one all ready to go, which we'll start building it in a minute, but that's the other side ready to go. The top of the door, so where I cut this off, is actually going to become the front of the barge. So I'm going to have it as like an open landing craft style front, which will work quite nicely, I think. Now along the sides I used the barrels that you get with the kit, and I'm only using half a barrel at a time to create like flotation devices along the side of it, so just to keep buoyancy up and that kind of thing. So they fit perfectly in here, which works really quite nicely. So there's 3 barrels, so there's 6 halves, so it gives me 6 for each side, which is really good. I've prepared in advance all of these ones, but I just want to show you what I do with these to actually make them so they have a sealed end at both sides, because they start out like this with an open end and a complete end. Whoops. What I've done is scored along that edge so I can just do a score and snap, and then I'll be able to glue that into here to create that end. So I've got these bits at the moment. What I'm going to do now is stick them all together so we can see the basic shape of the barge before going on to any detailed work. So first thing I'm doing, I'm just gluing this lid in place on the barrel itself. Now I didn't worry about cutting this too neatly, because what I'll do is I'll just score that, take off that little edge, sand it flat a bit, but I'll let that dry for now to one side. So let's put this together. It's a really nice kit, this one. I actually got this for another conversion that I'm planning on making a lifting bridge for a piece of terrain I've been working on. And as 3 came in the box and I was only planning on using 2, I kind of thought, well, what can I do with the other one? So it's given me that kind of limitation of only using 1 sprue, so I'm going to try and use only the stuff that's on that 1 sprue to create this barge. Might add a few extra bits of styrene here and there just to kind of tidy up edges, but for now I just want to kind of stick to using just 1 sprue from the kit. Also, it makes it a very easy conversion if I'm just using those 1 bit. So if you want to copy it, you can then just use that one sprue, whether you buy one separately or in the kit. While that's drying, the other thing that I'm thinking of doing, so I'm going to have lots of spare parts like this out of it, I'm thinking of doing a half submerged container that this can be towing, so it can be like the objective or just another little bit of terrain. Okay, so I want to stick these just under here like that. So let's have a look where they touch on that. Okay, so quite luckily on each of these ribs on the barrels that touches the inside of the container. So what I'm going to do is just glue one side for now. I'm not really worried if this looks messy because it adds to that whole kind of junk feel for the model itself, but aiming not to get glue absolutely everywhere. So we'll just hold that one in place for a bit. Right, let's do the next one. So yep, that's the right way around. So yeah, I started making this and I thought, I wonder if anyone would like to see this as a video, and a few people said they would, so let's just put that together there. This is one of those nice and simple conversions as well. It's all I've needed is a scalpel. I do use my razor saw, but you don't have to use a razor saw, you can just use your hobby knife or scalpel, whatever, just to cut the pieces. So there we have one side done. We'll let that dry. Let's just spin it around and do the other side. So let's put the glue on this one. So I might put this on a base when I'm done, but we'll see how it goes as I start sticking it together. It's one of those things that it's actually going together really quite nice and easily. It's nice to be making stuff again. I haven't had much chance to do hobbying recently. That's okay. Okay, so this was the one that I stuck a minute ago, and you can see there's a little lip just along there. So all I'm going to do, run my scalpel along there. There it goes, now it's all flat. And let's put the glue on. This is a nice and quick conversion actually. I was not sure how long it would take to put the basics of this together, but it seems to be really fitting together nice and easily. So there's that side done now. So what I want to do is put this on the front, and I'm thinking of having it so it's not fully flat, so it's on a slight angle, and I might put something along the front edge just to look like it can grip on the side of a pontoon or something like that. So let's put some glue in here and hold this in place. And what I'm going to do for a bit, let's grab some of the leftover stuff and I'm going to put that there just to hold it in place while it dries. So here is the barge now, all of the flotation, barrels along the side all done, that front door all opened up. So there's not much detail on this at the moment. I'm going to have a little think about other details I want to add to this. So for now I'm going to call this video to an end, and I hope you join me for the next one when I go about adding details to this Necromunda Sump Barge. I've been John, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.